We're in my backyard tent. And by we are, I'm not only including you and this community, this campfire that we are surrounding right now, so to speak, but also I'm joined by our two youngest, the gems, Sapphire and Emerald. So you might from time to time hear them whispering or moving, and it's all a part of the real life. Not gonna suspend doing and being while taking care of the everyday things in my motherhood. And so, in the tent, we are in a respite, and I appeal to our childlike hearts. I'm not trying to offer and facilitate for mass appeal. I have no affinity or admiration for the mayhem of performative asphyxiation, because it accompanies appealing to the masses, and that is just not intriguing to me. So I believe the counter work and play towards the nudging and seduction of the performative asphyxiation is an invitation towards life and co-creation. And it can't be done within our individual silos. Breathe right there with a deep exhale of congregational creativity. So instead of communing together last night, as I had thought, I think it is serendipitous that I am inviting us to play in childlike wonder through this journaling guide and this fall retreat. It's about honoring our inner fall, which speaks of transition, grief, harvest, root energy, preparing to go into hibernation and dormancy in different ways. So it's October 1st, 2022. And although the plan was to do this live on Instagram, it's now being pre-recorded and it's audio. That's what my energy is honored by. And instead of it being the last day of Self-Care Awareness Month and on the International Podcast Day, it's on the 10th birthday of my niece, Amika. So doing this today is even more significantly ancestral to me, as she is such a mirror image of me in many ways. Her little sassy, stylish self. She's also a firstborn. So we're dedicating this fall journaling retreat to Amika. Say her name, Amika. So here we are. Let's get out the journaling prompts with a deep exhale of gratitude. You can go to the link to download the PDF. It's a 2-page guide, or you can use your own paper. But I did include a meditative recipe for an herbal ceremonial bath for us. Perhaps some of you are on this retreat while in the tub. Wherever you are, be there unhurriedly, uniquely as you. I took my ritual ceremonial bath on Thursday, which is my weekly sabbatical day. And I'll take another one this evening. But you get to engage your ceremonial baths, not so much for cleansing. The cleansing is a precursor to the ceremonial bath. But the ceremonial bath itself, it is a dedication, a consecration. So one more thing I want to add before we lean into our scribbling ceremony. Some of us eagerly make our labor of love public and communal, while we keep our grief and lamenting personal and private. And I get that. Yet I know the potency of holding the tension of both, because I have engaged private, personal lament in the weeping I've done this week, and I've done some public and communal lamenting with family and with friends and with myself, knowing that I have a communal attention of heaven. So while we keep our grief and our lamenting front and center, we celebrate also that which we have already received. Let's breathe with a deep exhale and imagine how holding public and communal and personal lamenting, that's private, intention. I want us to breathe again with a deep exhale of imaginative, congregational curiosity. So how do we cultivate the muscle of meaningful public and personal coherency? As always, we draw upon the abundance of divine discernment and grace, rooted in love. God is love, and love is always about communal liberation. So as we ease into this weekend, we are taking gentle care of our personal and communal roots. That's the intention. There is no right or wrong way to interact during this journaling retreat. It is, after all, a gift to me, a gift to you all, a gift to us. And we do it with what we will. We may use words or silence, doodles or stickers, pencils, markers, crayons, whatever amplifies your holy liberation, personally and collectively, during this journaling retreat. Feel free to take whatever amount of time you need. Some might take 30 minutes, others may take a half hour or half a day. Whatever movement is available to you. You can feel free to pause now if you need to prepare your body with some stretching or humming, or gather any last minute ceremonial items, food, candles, a beverage, incense, a singing bowls, a pillow, blanket, music, whatever it is. And when you're ready, press play, and I'll read each prompt. Following each prompt, you will press pause to scribble from a stream of consciousness that is unforced, sacred, and uniquely you. Or you may doodle, you may sketch, and do whatever resonates with you. If you have stickers, use stickers, or whatever you do. Lean into the place of allowing things to fall apart, to fall in place, to fall together, but to fall. You do not have to allow this chronic pull to let things remain as they have, to let things stay as you know them to have always been, but you can let them fall. We can even fall from a place on whatever tree it's in our lives, that's in our life, that is ready for us to detach from its branches. Whatever that tree represents. It could be a geographical location. It could be the tree of a certain assignment, a tree of a certain way of being. that tree has its roots and it has branches and leaves and fruit, and we can see the whole ecosystem of life that was attached to that tree that we might need to fall from. So let the leaves of our lives fall. We will still be accompanied in that falling, in that twirl and dance, because there's more than meets the eye. So much more. All right. Feel free to pause. If you have continued on, I want to read on our journaling guide. In the fall, leaves are falling from trees, and the energy is going back down into the earth. The moon is getting darker in the sky, but there is light from within. Notice, nurture, and embody fall as you welcome the changing of your being. Grieve it, celebrate it, create from it, rest in it, work, play in it. We'll begin with the first prompt. And after each prompt, remember to pause and give yourself space to respond however you are drawn to respond. It can even include body movement where you don't interact so much with the journaling on the page, but you can just record what you did to respond to that prompt. So for instance, the first journaling prompt: what are the most common themes that seem to present themselves? And if you choose to use body movement and you decide to stretch or moan or hum, you can just record what you did with your body and how it felt. If you're ready for the second prompt, how are you moving grief through your body? I do recommend movement to respond to this particular prompt. If you're ready for the next prompt, what has pleasure looked like? Don't overthink it. Just recall the places where, like a child, whatever it was that gave you pleasure, it seemed as if your whole body was responding to that pleasure. Like a big smile or big sigh, or like if you were sitting at a chair and your feet don't quite touch the ground as a child, and your little legs are just moving and kicking. Enjoy. What does pleasure look like? It can be pleasure from drinking, eating, looking at yourself, engaging in lovemaking, engaging in writing poetry, engaging in just sitting and doing nothing, engaging in speaking honestly. If you're ready for the next prompt, this week I want to feel. What do you want to feel? If you're ready for the next prompt, to feel this way, I will. this I will is a very revolutionary I will, even in the smallest act. Let it be that this I will is your manifesto. If you're ready for the last prompt, if I get stuck or overwhelmed, I'll remember. This remembering is a liberating act from the inside out. What will you remember? That will be a first responder on the scene to get you unstuck or to come and comfort you in the overwhelm. All right. If you have completed this journaling activity in one setting or in multiple settings, it doesn't matter. What matters is if what needed to be completed in you occurred. And so, there's no right or wrong to how you engaged your retreat, our retreat. We're after transformation, not transactions. Thank you for joining me in this fall journaling retreat, Soul Journal. And if you are thinking, oh my goodness, this person comes to mind and could use this, I want you to send them the forum invitation to sign up. And really it's not anything formal. It's just send them the link to my homepage, to mohawkmamastudio.com, and at the very top they can sign up and become a member. And upon approval, they'll have access to any of our conversations and any of the exclusives that I have posted on the forum. All right. Thank you, Ashe and Amen, for your presence, our presence, because it is holy, irrevocably holy, beautiful, and worthy. Shalom.